It's just different. Love's miracle. Love's miracle.
Yeah. Grand rising. I looked inside of my temple, became enlightened. I bring the fury, no Tyson. It's Ali Khan Bey. I'm focused on my duty. I'm here to master the day, so make way for Prince Ali. I channel my chi. We part in the sea. And just like my mother's brother, I came from up thunder. I came up straight out the gutter. I bring down lightning and thunder like Thor's hammer. But I'm low key when I strike. I'm piercing through the toughest armor of a night. I'm rolling up that Mafi Lee. Give me the light, no Sean Paul. If the body is the temple, I'm a Taj Mahal, never fall. We the rock of Gibraltar. Why the hell would we falter? We not under oath. Oh, he the GOAT. Well, I'm coming for the throat. He out of line. Death to the dark priest. Sincerely, the kind of cons.
3 trimesters of greatness pop. This more is science, this ain't pop. I recollect, applied, and perfect. It wasn't long ago, I was calling collect. In the maximum facility, now I got humility, unmatched ability, give me serenity. Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, my true trinity. The infantry, perfecting symmetry. Wanna float in these waters and check your density with show efficiency. Are you complacent? You gotta look within to answer that statement. You gotta say Ashe when liquid hit the pavement. Containment, master your impulses, so far for the hypnosis. We smelling like hemp roaches, maintaining intense focus. I ain't with the excuses. If I look within, you find out where the truth is.
I'm sitting on my square all day. Studious and street Moors don't play. You talking colorable, man, fuck what you say. I know the Constitution is in my DNA. I know I'm a Moor, it's in my DNA. And I'm the true American, it's in my DNA. Got my fez in my turban, mother's DNA. I do it for the nation, activate your DNA. As I walk down the street like a street Moor, I'm looking for some food, fuck the meat store. See, once you get the truth, your body fiend for more. I study, get the bookstore. I study, and I want some more. I came out the womb, I'm not made of straw. I navigate the sea, I demonstrate the law.
Yeah. Grand rising. I looked inside of my temple, became enlightened. I bring the fury, no Tyson. It's Ali Khan Bey. I'm focused on my duty. I'm here to master the day, so make way for Prince Ali. I channel my chi. We part in the sea. And just like my mother's brother, I came from up thunder. I came up straight out the gutter. I bring down lightning and thunder like Thor's hammer. But I'm low key when I strike. I'm piercing through the toughest armor of a night. I'm rolling up that Mafi Lee. Give me the light, no Sean Paul. If the body is the temple, I'm a Taj Mahal, never fall. We the rock of Gibraltar. Why the hell would we falter? We not under oath. Oh, he the GOAT. Well, I'm coming for the throat. He out of line. Death to the dark priest. Sincerely, the kind of cons.
3 trimesters of greatness pop. This more is science, this ain't pop. I recollect, applied, and perfect. It wasn't long ago, I was calling collect. In the maximum facility, now I got humility, unmatched ability, give me serenity. Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, my true trinity. The infantry, perfecting symmetry. Wanna float in these waters and check your density with show efficiency. Are you complacent? You gotta look within to answer that statement. You gotta say Ashe when liquid hit the pavement. Containment, master your impulses, so far for the hypnosis. We smelling like hemp roaches, maintaining intense focus. I ain't with the excuses. If I look within, you find out where the truth is.
I'm sitting on my square all day. Studious and street Moors don't play. You talking colorable, man, fuck what you say. I know the Constitution is in my DNA. I know I'm a Moor, it's in my DNA. And I'm the true American, it's in my DNA. Got my fez in my turban, mother's DNA. I do it for the nation, activate your DNA. As I walk down the street like a street Moor, I'm looking for some food, fuck the meat store. See, once you get the truth, your body fiend for more. I study, get the bookstore. I study, and I want some more. I came out the womb, I'm not made of straw. I navigate the sea, I demonstrate the law. And I ain't speaking on that color shit at all. I'm a Lodio, Islam, I want it all. I dip in mine with the scimitar, don't be alarmed. I'm on my square shining bright, that more's a star. Wake up, sun gaze to the morning star.
Don't talk about it, talk about it, don't talk about it, talk about it, don't talk about it, talk about it, don't talk about, talk about, 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 don't talk about what you see behind closed doors. Don't talk about business that you know that ain't yours. Better not talk about what happened in '04, but you could talk about what you hear from Canaanland Moors. Bet you won't talk about when you were on all fours. The times you wanted to experiment, explore. Most don't talk about the childhood they endured. It's psychological, need I say more? But all you do is talk shit. Yeah, I know that you're bored. Talk all you want about me. I've been learning to ignore. Don't talk about facts if you know you ain't sure. Let's talk about the reasons why we can't stop wars. Don't talk about it. Talk about it. Don't talk about it. Talk about it. Don't talk about, talk about, don't talk about, talk about, don't talk about, talk about, don't talk about, talk about. You don't talk about the trees and how you invaded our shores. Disease for every season, let's talk about the cures. You don't want to talk about the properties of ore, the minerals and elements and what it's used for. Oh, don't talk about that, it's organic and pure. Talk about how the apple rottens you to the core. We'll talk about how radiation seeps through the pores. All we do is talk about the bloodshed and gore. Don't talk about it, talk about it, don't talk about it, talk about it, don't talk about, talk about, don't talk about, talk about, don't talk about, talk about, don't talk about, talk about. Yeah, you talk a good game, but I leave it on the floor. Talk some respect on my name before your skull get bored. And I PVR that shit, so don't talk about the score. Some say I talk too much, but I never stop talk. That I assure. Don't talk about waking up the line if you don't want to hear it roar. No need to talk about the time she was acting like a whore. Well, let's talk about that thing on your lip right before I let you draw my split. That's looking like a sword. You could wait on the tail or twist this side or yeah, you better talk quick. Trust won't be restored. Don't talk about the plans or what we got in store. Then let me hear you talk sideways about my boy Jam McGlure. Huh? My boy Jam McGlure. Don't let me hear you talk sideways about my boy Jam McGlure. What? Do your chores.
I know who this nigga's talking to. I know you ain't talking to me. You couldn't be talking to me, cause you think you're high and mighty. Who are you to tell everybody what to do and who to judge? Well, you judge, jury, and execution. I know I talk when I want to talk. I do, say, talk, speak when I want to speak. How, when, what, why? Don't tell me what to do, nigga. You don't know me. Who the motherfucker you think you is? You can't talk to me.
Yo, come a little closer, man. Let me tell you something. Come a little closer. Not so close, though, man. Stand back. Let me tell you this. Listen to it, okay? They say what else and kill it would only make you stronger. But I'm still here a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I should have been a long goner. What goes around comes back around, just like it's karma. What you sow, you're gonna reap because you're the farmer. Nowadays you can't trust your own peeps because some of them ain't farmers. They will sit at the feet of the beast just to eat meat. Beefing I'm not into. This is what I'm into. Rhymes and instrumentals, fundamentals. Yeah, I put my pen to the pad and put my thoughts on the line. I knew for a long time you've been trying to stop my shine, but you can't because I'm having a great time in the medulla, which is in the mind. Another one bite the dust now. Don't cry. I did when my grandmama died, but now she's an ancestor. I be having bad dreams. The doctor said it's from the trauma. 500 years and we still dealing with the drama. Question mark, no period, it's all commas. Come a little closer, come on, yo. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something.
More is my status. I used to be black too until I study, found out it's not natural. Used to say I'm Rastafari to capture is now the inner. No need to burn them out, let them simmer. Douse them in gas, about to light a big blunt. Rappers faking more than women wearing wigs front. Used to be black power, found out there's no power there. Talk a lot of kill crack and shit, white man still standing there. Used to be comedic, left my mind like invalids. Dick Gregory taught me leave those dusty ass pyramids. George G.M. James taught me Moors were custodians. True Ali and Jesus taught me watch out for those holy men.
Come a little closer, man. Let me tell you something. Come a little closer. Not so close, though, man. Close. Stand back. Let me tell you this. Listen to it, okay? Come closer. They say what doesn't kill it would only make you stronger. But I'm still here a little bit longer. Oh yeah, I should have been a long goner. What goes around comes back around, just like it's karma. What you sow, you're gonna reap, because you're the farmer. Nowadays you can't trust your own peeps because some of them ain't farmers. They will sit at the feet of the beast just to eat meat. Beefing I'm not into. This is what I'm into. Rhymes and instrumentals, fundamentals. Yeah, I put my pen to the pad and put my thoughts on the line. I knew for a long time you've been trying to stop my shine, but you can't because I'm having a great time in the medulla, which is in the mind. Another one bite the dust now. Don't cry. I did when my grandmama died, but now she's an ancestor. I be having bad dreams. The doctor said it's from the trauma. 500 years and we still dealing with the drama. Question mark, no period, it's all commas. Come a little closer, come on, yo. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something.
More is my status. I used to be black too until I study, found out it's not natural. Used to say I'm Rastafari to capture is now the inner. No need to burn them out, let them simmer. Douse them in gas, about to light a big blunt. Rappers faking more than women wearing wigs front. Used to be black power, found out there's no power there. Talk a lot of kill crack and shit, white man still standing there. Used to be comedic, left my mind like invalids. Dick Gregory taught me leave those dusty ass pyramids. George G.M. James taught me Moors were custodians. True Ali and Jesus taught me watch out for those holy men. Sacrificing animals, temple smell like butcher shops. Conscious niggas got the pork in the pressure cooker pot. Can't trust my people, they always in denial. Lie and say the Israelite, zero names on their trial.
Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. They thought we were N-I-G-G-E-R, until we showed them that we G-O-D, we gods. Walking around the earth in the flesh. You gotta be your best at your best. Whether right or wrong, up or down, left or right, side to side. No tattoos, man. No tight jeans, man. I never went to jail and don't wanna go there, man. I took a look at you and be like, yo, like, hot damn. What's up with the purse? And what's up with the skirt? And what's up with the makeup? And what's up with the lipstick? You wearing high heels? You not a man, man. You are a man's man. You from the Stone Age land. You like bam, 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 bam. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. Come closer, let me tell you something.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mix it with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets stood me up right, brought me to a lost.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mix it with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets stood me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, prepping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. And no, but do I lay in plain sight. But people still can't see it, so the snake's still showing up. Stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for light, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life. Finish him.
Morris Omar, key man or oracle, using trinity powers, decipher allegorical, lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic, facts slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic, calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved, or cut like a close shave, drowned in my brainwaves.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mix it with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets stood me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, prepping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. And no, but do I lay in plain sight. But people still can't see it, so the snake's still showing up. Stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for light, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life. Finish him.
Morris Omar, key man or oracle, using trinity powers, decipher allegorical, lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic, facts slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic, calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved, or cut like a close shave, drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves, activating Kundalini, Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini, Selassie I in exile, reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real, all I see is false evidence, VAR feminists, stomped on by elephants, more like we're prejudiced but want Moorish benefits, when you feel the cold magnetic resonance, Apis horns of the sacred book called Maleficent, great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness, no pestilence, ace all the testaments, tap into remembrance, never to forget again, use energy right, not put spell effects on men, wander in the earth plane with no they live shades, keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades, it's been decades since Christian crusades raids. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quickie. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
Islam Moors. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Welcome to Q&A Wednesdays. We'll just start up with some clips.
Joe Biden said this.
Watch Joe Biden declare that police right now just don't pull over white people somehow. Watch.
If I were your daughter, what advice would you give me the next time I ain't stopped by the police?
If you were my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl and you wouldn't be pulled over.
Oh my God. Did he just say that?
It's hard to believe that.
Did he just say that?
Are we just going to ignore that Joe Biden said this?
Watch Joe Biden declare that police right now just don't pull over white people somehow. Watch.
If I were your daughter, what advice would you give me the next time I ain't stopped by the police?
If you were my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl and you wouldn't be pulled over.
Creepy Joe. Creepy Joe's telling these niggers who they're not black if they don't vote for him. Creepy Joe telling these dumbasses. And you think they're gonna get it yet? Somebody asked that question, true. Somebody asked that question. What's free white people? What's free white people? Right? We're gonna go to we're gonna go to Creepy Joe. Creepy Joe said, if you were my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl. You'd be a Caucasian girl. You're not going to be a white girl. You'll be a Caucasian girl. How come Creepy Joe didn't say white girl? Why didn't he say white girl? He didn't say white girl because Creepy Joe knows that modern Europeans aren't white people. Creepy Joe knows that modern Europeans are not white people. They're Caucasian. Good one. He didn't even say American. Caucasian. Why is he going there? Why is he going there? Think Creepy Joe doesn't know what's up? It's only the dumb niggers that don't know. Everybody else knows what's up. It's only the dumb niggers who don't know. Right? Free white persons. This is Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Free white persons. Free white persons referred to in the Naturalization Act as amended by Act July 14th, 1870, has meaning naturally given to it when first used in First Statute 103, meaning all persons belonging to the European races then commonly counted as white and their descendants, including such descendants in other countries to which they have emigrated. Now, some people are going to play around with you and that they're going to say, oh, the Moors don't know what they're talking about because see, it's the act and the act is not the law and they can't use that because the act or whatever like that. We're not talking about any acts. We're talking about Black's Law Dictionary definition of free white person. It has nothing to do with acts or anything like that. Right? So they break it down for all the dummies who want to think that this is about some act or something like that. Right? Free white person, it includes all European Jews, so all those people, one to them that call themselves Jews and are not, all of them are, they're European. Oh, then they're not from no Israel. Is Israel in Europe? Is Israel in Europe? Israel's not in Europe. Israel's not even a country. But all them Jews, all Jews are European. All Jews are European, because you already know there's no J in Hebrew. That's why they're a fraud, and they call themselves Jews and are not, because they ain't no Jews. But for the sake of argument, we're going to call them Jews. Well, guess what? All of them are Europeans. And guess what? They're classified as free white persons, more or less intermixed with people of Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian, Latin, Greek, and Slavic descent. Oh, so in order to be a free white person, all these European Jews, Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian, Latin, Greek, and Slavic descent people have to be intermixed. It includes Magyars, Lapps and Finns, and the Basques and Albanians. It includes the mixed Latin, Celtic, Iberian, and Moorish inhabitants of Spain and Portugal, and mixed Greek, Latin, Phoenician, North African inhabitants of Sicily, and the mixed Slav and Tartar inhabitants of South Russia. Now, this is where you get your Kush Day highlighter, and you highlight this part. It does not mean Caucasian race, Aryan race, or Indo-European races, nor the mixed Indo-European, Dravidian, Semitic, and Mongolian peoples who inhabit Persia. A Syrian of Asiatic birth and descent will not be entitled to become a naturalized citizen of the United States as being a free white person, nor a native of India who belong to the Hindu race, Khazar, anybody else playing around. Now, what's interesting is that this is a Black's Law dictionary, and in the Black's Law dictionary, they know about Moorish inhabitants. Moorish? How come they didn't call them black inhabitants? Why did they call them Moorish? Oh, because they all know, all these people who law, judges, bailiff, stenographer, lawyer, attorney, you name them, district attorney, private public attorney, you name them, all of them know who the Moors are. And all of them know because they all have Black's Law dictionary, right? Quick story. We're going to court with some Moors. This is early. This is early out, and we're playing like, we're the Moors, and we got the fez and we got the sashes on, the Moorish American adept and all that stuff, lugging all this stuff, dictionaries to the court and all that stuff, as if these people are a court or whatever. But we were new, playing like we know something. So we go up in there, and we got the Black's Law, and lawyer comes up like, hey, is that Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition? Yeah. You know about Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition? Yeah. We use 11 or whatever like that in the court. But one of my teachers who was a judge gave me the 4th edition, and it sits at home. Sits at home? What do you mean it sits at home? Oh, no, we don't use that one anymore. We use 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or whatever like that. So from that point on, we stopped going to courts and all that stuff with load. You don't need no load when you're going there. You're not even going to use the damn book when you go in there. Stop taking load to the court. All you need to do is take your little writ that you sent to them, 3 copies of that, 1 for the prosecutor, 1 for the judge, 1 for the court clerk, in case they want to play like they never received it and all that stuff. You don't need to be taking your flag in there. You don't need to be wearing sashes that say adept and all that stuff when you go into these people's bootleg court. Right? And anybody who plays those games going in there looking as if they're about to break down some whatever like that, people playing games, wasting time. So this lawyer's teacher, who was a judge, gifted them a 4th edition Black's Law, and they were like, yeah, that's real good that you have that. You know, that's where the stuff is at. You know, there's a lot of good stuff in that dictionary. Right? So free white persons does not mean Caucasian race, Aryan race, or Indo-European race. Period. No need to call them people white people anymore. Stop it. Because they're not the white people. You're the white people. The Moorish inhabitants are the white people. The North African inhabitants are the white people. The Tartar inhabitants are the white people. And clearly the Celtic and the Magyars and the Albanians and the Lapps and the Finns and the Greeks and the Latin, Iberian, all those are Moorish peoples. So you're proclaiming your nationality, I'm a Moor and all that stuff. Guess what? You're actually the free white people. You're the white man. You're the white people. It does not mean Caucasian race, because free white person is a status that applies to even all those European Jews. Why do you think they could have their own stuff, have their own blood bank, have their own hospital, have their own anything that they want to have for themselves and not share with anybody? Have their Kadem grape juice and all that stuff. You can't even get that grape juice anywhere. They got the best grape juice on the planet. Damn Jews. Why? Because they're free white people and they could have their own stuff and they don't need to share with anybody. So don't you dare call them white people anymore. Stop giving them your stuff. It's your stuff. Don't let them play games with you. How did modern Europeans become known as white people? Because dumb Negroes claim black people. So because the dumb Negroes said that they're black, then they said that they're white. And guess what? Black is a status too. And then we look up black in a dictionary, it tells you everything negative is black. Which is why, right? This is all black people get down. Right? This is all black people get down. This is blackness right here. Watch.
Come on, see to it.
This is blackness.
Now, just so we know, right, this is very disgraceful. So when people talk about Khalid, why you not talking about the war in Israel? Why you not giving your opinion about the war between Palestine and Israel? What's going to happen next? Or the war was going on between Ukraine and Russia, or Taiwan and China? What's going to happen next? What about what's already happening? See, I told y'all, a lot of y'all so numb to mental slavery, right? That you don't even see the war that's already been going on since we encountered these people's lives. You don't even see it. You don't even see it. And you can get mad at me all you want. Fathers don't do that. I don't see males doing that. I see Saucy Santana. I see homosexual men perform that. That's supported by black women. So-called.
Right, and there you go. It's talking to black BS. And as soon as you say black, you just threw them back into slavery again after all that good stuff you're saying about, we got to look out for our own and we can't be supporting Ukraine wars and Palestine, this and that, when this stuff is going on. Well, right? And then goes in there and says black, mess up the whole thing. So now here we got to go now, start over all again because of these people not knowing who they are. And the only reason this is going down ain't the black man never does this and all that stuff and the black woman's fault and all that stuff. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And guaranteed that these children came from two parents. And obviously, clearly, both their parents are dumbasses if this is what their children are experiencing, because they have to be experienced. It's got to be the parents playing this dumb stuff in the car, watching the dumbass videos and all that. It has to be that, right? Has to be. There's no other way. The black BS. That's the issue. Matter of fact, might as well. We might as well, just for the sake of the black crap, we might as well.
Like Taj said, you know what I mean? We're on an alternate timeline. Yeah, man. May I hijack the organic reality? Yeah, facts. Look at me, everybody.
It's been 100 and few years since Drew Ali appeared. Now they wear umbrellas for turbans, weaves of hair. They wanna be a goddess of nature and hug a tree. Recording themselves showing camel toes. Look at me, always posing. Got the air flat and dozing. Dog clothes, new airs, wear second-hand clothing. Carrying your food, making your children crawl. Always on social media, children barely a ball. Their nails always dirty, their hair uncombed. Lazy and fat, toxicians, law unmowed. 5 baby daddies, 6 baby mothers. 9 years of suffering won't wake a brother. You sleep too much, is what Drew Ali said. Only fans in a thong with the baby on the bed, asking mom, why you doing this, acting like a whore? Pause the striptease, kick him out and close the door. Go back on camera, twerk and look at me, twirling on a pole with your daughter, that's a he. He feels like a girl cause no dad around, calling himself matriarch, rapper sash around, money phone and pics, throwing cash around, in front of your ears by Negroes getting slapped around, big shades to hide bruises on live she cruises, for heirs learn bad behavior, making excuses, take responsibility from parents, they learn rudeness, wise inherit honor, shame is claimed by foolish, mind manipulated mothers, excessive demands, heirs looking uncomfortable, twerking on the gram, lying ass parents say it's an African dance, making men prance under the hypnotic trance, mind overblown, they should be dethroned. Look at me, Medusa, turn your dumb ass to a stone.
Look at me, everybody, T-N-I-G, that's lame. Look at me, everybody, T-N-I-G, that's lame, y'all. Look at me, everybody, T-N-I-G, that's lame. Look at me, everybody, T-N-I-G, that's lame, y'all. Growing up on the tech side, digital sex side, keyboards collide, it's full job, hands bounce on keypad, getting big man in real life, just bounce like white pads, time pass, move fast, digital alien, 5, 6, 7 cents, got a powerful element, magnetic radiant, matrix sucking your blood, unplug, great again, go play in the mud, 5 minutes of fake ass sold, feed a gram low, criminal creation, deep the next man's stuff, I'm Xing almanac, that's an original one, 5 maps to spread facts like a scientist does, I'm on the land, that's exactly where Lemuria was, ask true project zap, how did Buzz show up, did he come out of lamp, on a flying rug, from Atlantis, Mike Master with a saber that cuts, look at me, Everybody tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me, everybody tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all. Look at me, everybody tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me, everybody tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all.
Lame. That's what they are, lame. And they're lame because they call themselves black. And because they call themselves black, all they have is karmic debt. And then they pass that karmic debt on to their children. And now their children getting called kids and all that stuff. And now look at them acting like animals. You think you could go on their mom's table at home? You think they were walking on their mom's table at home back in the day? You get your ass beat. What the hell's your feet doing on the table in the first place? I don't care where you're at, whether you're at McDonald's, whether you're at school, whether you're at whatever like that. Why is your feet on the table? Feet don't go on tables. But again, you know, these people don't want to say goodbye, Uncle Tom. They love their master. They love him. They love their master with a passion. And since they love their master so much, then that's what it is, right? You know, black anything, right?
Jesus is a black man. Who can just show the world that Jesus is a black man?
Jesus ain't no black man. There ain't no black man named Jesus. There's no black man, period. Yahshua is Canaanite Moabite. He's not black. Clearly, he's not black. Clearly, he's brown, just like all these other people out here who clearly are idiots because they can't even tell colors. Blind as a bat Negroes playing games. Black this and black that. Lying. I don't know why they're lying, but you know, they want to lie. Right? Somebody also asked the question, what's the difference between Muslim and Muslim? What's the difference between Muslim and Muslim? We're going to go to the master. We're going to go one of the masters for that one. What's the difference between Muslim and Muslim?
And they had no context for it then. And I told them, I said, well, the men in the red hats, now they call them hats. You know, he's on hats, right? When they're the head covering. But we're originally in the East. I'm sorry, right, in the East, and then come to the West. That's us. Right. So, and in the last chapter of the Moorish Quran, it talks about the end times and the fulfilling of the prophecies. That great and awful day that's sure to come. Yes. Great and awful. Great meaning ultimately it's going to be for the greater good. Right. Awful meaning it's going to be awe-inspiring and there's going to be a lot of chaos. But that's essentially why why any prophet comes. To try to inform people or warn people about what's going to happen if they don't get their act together. In this case, get your act together by knowing who you are and acting as nobles. Don't worry about other people in terms of whether they do it or not. You like, and I like what you said earlier, brother, and I think Brother Tallahassee was affirming the same thing. I'm not interested in somebody showing me the way. Tell me. Because even Prophet Nubudrali said, you can take a block and point it, and that can show people the way somewhere. You show people the way by doing your best to live it. Yeah. By setting an example. Yeah. Love, truth. It's not hard. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. How complicated is that? What's that?
Well, we can let the secret out.
Our last night inside joke on the 5 principles.
Yeah. But yeah, so what happened is, the Sheik asked me to do a virtual Philly tour. So I'm like, all right, yo, man, Philly is so heavily loaded. Like the history there is just it's so much. You know, you went to school there, right? So putting things together, and then me and her had a conversation last week. And she said, yeah, you know, these 5 principles, people talk about them, but they don't be about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a conversation about it, and she was like, you need to do a class on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right. So I intended on doing it in Philly next week. Right. And then I was like, sitting here still battling the principles, Philly tour, principles, Philly tour. We got to hit these principles. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about it last night.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does he sit right here next to me and say? Right.
That's Allah.
So and that's what I said last night. I said either that's Allah saying do this, the ancestors saying no, we need you to talk to them about this. We need you to understand it. Or even they spoke through her to me, but one way or the other.
It came out.
Right. So yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah. See, there are no happenings wrong things.
That's right.
So
So I just no, you finish.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that to me, that's what the beauty is of them. Two things I think that stand out in terms of the beauty of Moorish science, or more the significance of being a Moorish Muslim. One, we recognize that you can break down what it is to be in your higher self by pointing out those 5 principles.
Mm-hmm.
If someone says, what is it to be a good woman or a good man? It means you adhere to the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. My late Uncle Johnny used to say all the time, follow everything in that order. Mm-hmm. Meaning you can't get to truth until you've gone through love. You can't get to justice or peace until you've gone through love. Love is always first. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So just the process in terms of how the prophet laid it out is telling us that's key. Other thing is, we honor all divine prophets. So we can see value and beauty in all nationalities and their prophets. So we can sit down with a Confucius. We can sit down with a Buddhist. We can sit down with a Taoist. We can sit down with a Christian. We can sit down with a Jew. Any of those peoples that adhere to those basic principles and see value in what they're saying.
Yes, absolutely.
And for me, we've lost that. That's the problem of being too dogmatic. There was a joke, so I bumped it one time and said, my karma ran over my dogma. My karma ran over my dogma.
Interesting.
And the idea of trying to get past dogma and stick to principles. Because the principles are that which essentially guide you. When you look at and I've talked about this, and I'll talk about this a little bit too tomorrow. One of the criticisms of the Marabouts in the old Moorish Empire on the continent known today as Africa was that they were seen as being too provincial. Their focus was too much on provincial locations. They didn't focus enough on the center being Mecca and all things coming in from the Arab East. The fact is they honored those things, but they said, look, we have local
problems,
right?
Issues.
Local issues, local sages,
right?
Local
customs,
Muslims who are doing great things here who need to be honored and revered.
Right.
We're constantly looking to some place else when we can find our pearls right here.
That's right.
So when people would say things like, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, a prophet comes to his own people. We needed a prophet, someone who was going to bring something unique. It's not going to look like
everybody else's.
Islam. And of course, and I'll say one thing quickly, brother. What essentially has taken over now in terms of the public mind, I'm speaking generally, when they think about what it is to be a Muslim or Islam, they now see Muslims as ISIS or ISIL. Their whole construction of what it is to be a Muslim is based upon the perversion of a Wahhabist interpretation coming from the Saudis. So you have Muslims now who are afraid to declare, in some cases, or let people know they're Muslim.
They're Muslim,
because
of that perception.
Right, because of the perception in the West. Whereas the Moorish science understanding of Islam or Islamism is saying right up front, look, we honor all divine prophets, and our emphasis is on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We can lay it out for you. When I hear a Christian tell me, problem with Muslims, you don't know anything about love. It's all about submission. So, well, no, that's a particular interpretation of it. It's not my understanding of Islam and its source.
Exactly.
And, we focus as our primary prophet in terms of what's laid out in the Moorish Quran is Jesus. Why Jesus and not Muhammad? Right? So Muslims, well, because Jesus is seen to be more reflective of this focus on service to humanity and love.
Right.
Not that Muhammad, and peace be upon him, and all of the prophets wasn't about service to humanity. But we're also recognize that Jesus did something unique. And even in Al-Islam, they say that he's coming back in the end to judge essentially with God or with Allah. So, I think we're in a very powerful position in terms of the Moorish community, particularly as we get ourselves together, right? To be able to set an example, because people start to look at Islam completely different when they talking to this sister or this brother who were still Moorish Muslims, and they were talking about love. They were even talking about Jesus, right?
So you have to go, and then I want to.
Yeah, well, I wanted to say, well, you're saying Muslim to Muslim. For people that might not know, that might be in this room, what is a Muslim?
Muslim is actually, I make that distinction because Muslim is a term that Jouali used. It's said to be an older version of a Farsi word for believer.
Mm-hmm.
So its origins is etymologically, it's just related more to a Farsi, which is Persian origin, which has connections to Akkadian, which has connections to the Canaanites.
Okay.
Did you want to?
And side note, they used to call Canada Acadia.
Yeah. It's still referenced in the East Coast.
In the East Coast.
There's
a university.
There's even a
Acadia,
university.
oh yeah, Acadia University, right.
Some people.
Arcadian, AR, I'm sorry.
When you
I was just going to say,
I think it's Acadia. AC, or
right.
AC.
Oh, you speak AKK.
AD.
Okay.
Which was the name of the civilization in the region between the Tigris and Euphrates, and has connections to Nile Valley civilization. The Acadians.
Some you might look at Muslims and Muslim somewhere like this. We call ourselves Muslims, right? And vowels are interchangeable. The O, the U, the I, the E.
That's right.
You can look at Muslims as the will of Allah, right? And people who call themselves today Muslims, those who submit to the will of Allah. See, it's a difference. We are the will of Allah. We are Allah's people.
Yes.
Where they're caught into doctrine and to belief. We don't survive off of belief.
Well, that's yes. Thank you.
Right, like I don't believe you're sitting there. I know you are. I don't have to believe he's here. I'm touching. So it's a difference in knowing and belief, right? So where you got Muslims who know, right, who they are, who know who the Creator is, and we are the will of that Creator.
Yes.
We are that. Where you got Muslims who follow doctrine and just believe, and they submit to the will of the belief.
This is the forefront of any conversation I have here in my house with family. Well, tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, well, how about I just ask you some questions and you tell me? And the reference to any question, the response, don't answer the question. The response is always based on belief. I say, no, that's what you believe. Now let's talk about what you know, yeah? And even they can tell you. But first, well, I was told in school, no. Okay, so you believe what you were told, right? That's a belief, and you always have to break it. I always have to break it down. But that belief system is so strong that it interrupts.
You're exactly right.
It interrupts your instinct. It interrupts your intuition. It interrupts all your natural senses. So now you can even see it. And if you believe something else, you'll deny what you see. It's that strong. Yeah.
Message. Message. Right, so the Muslims are the believers. The Muslims are the knowers. Yeah, vowels are interchangeable. It's the same word, just interchangeable vowels, but the energy of them is different. Muslims are believers. Muslims are knowers. Noble Drew Ali said believe, or did he say know thyself? Did he say believe thyself or know thyself? So if Noble Drew Ali said know thyself, then there's no way that Moors are Muslims. Because Moors don't believe. There's no believing with Moors. Moors don't believe that selenite, organ, shaman stone are powerful pieces of nature. We know that they are. That's why people's wrists got them. That's why people got copper bracelets and all that. Then that's not some stuff that we just started doing yesterday. That's ancient. That's why people have amethyst stuff that they go lie in at night and all that stuff. That's why people put, crystalline stones in every corner of their home for protection and all that stuff, because we know. Believers, they're gonna open the holy book to whatever page and just put it on the table and let the dust pray. And the dust is gonna pray all over. The dust is gonna pray all over that holy book. And these people pass by it every single day, not even look in the book. Just because it's open to Psalms or Surah or whatever like that, they're content. Right? So Moors are not believers. Moors are knowers. Right? Can you explain the difference between declaring your nationality and proclaiming your nationality? So we can use one of the dictionaries and just look up stuff. It's not. I know that it's tedious because again, we think we know when we don't. We're believers. So if you don't know, the best thing you could do is go look it up. So is there a difference between proclaim, declare? Should we proclaim or should we declare? What's the difference between just go look it up? That's the easiest thing that you can do. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. You got to flip through the pages. You got to know your alphabet and all that stuff to get to the letter, to find the word and all that stuff. We're grown. We should be able to do that. Proclaim. This is Merriam-Webster. To declare publicly, typically, insistently, proudly, or defiantly in either speech or writing, announce. To declare or declare to be solemnly, officially, or formally. To praise or glorify openly or publicly. The pro in proclaim means forward out. So a proclamation is an outward statement intended for the public. We often think of proclamations as something issued by monarchs or dictators, but Lincoln was also able to issue his Emancipation Proclamation because as president, he had the power to free the slaves in certain areas, which we know the Emancipation Proclamation didn't free any slaves, just transferred the slaves from one state to another state. As a slightly lower level, a governor may proclaim a day in honor of the state's firemen, a movie critic may proclaim a director to be the best of all, or you may proclaim your New Year's resolutions to a crowd of friends. Synonyms of proclaim: advertise, blare, broadcast, flash, placard, publicize, sound, announce, blaze, declare, give out, post, publish, trumpet, enunciate, blazon, enunciate, herald, promulgate, release. That's proclaim. So we could say, when you proclaim your nationality, you're praising or glorifying openly or publicly your nationality. You're insisting on something when you proclaim your nationality. You are defiantly and proudly announcing your nationality, right? Proclaim. Merriam-Webster, declare. To make known formally or officially or explicitly. To make known as a determination. To make evident, show. To state emphatically, affirm. To make a full statement of. To make a bid or announcement naming. To make a declaration. To avow one's opinion or support. And then pretty much the same synonyms, you just replace declare with proclaim in the synonym list. To trumpet implies implicitness and usually formality in making known. Declaration of something for the first time. Now, we have a right to self-determination, right? As Aboriginal and Indigenous people, we have a right to self-determination. So since we have a right to self-determination, and to declare is to make known as a determination, doesn't that go right in line with what we should be doing? So whether it's proclaiming or declaring, you should be doing it. You should be making clear, formally, officially, explicitly, your nationality. That's what we should be doing. Right? That's what we should be doing. We should be proclaiming and declaring. This is what we must be doing. Proclaiming and declaring. Because why? Somebody's going to assume that you're Negro, black, colored, Ethiopian, African, or whatever. You don't want them assuming that. You don't want them putting that on you. So you better make it explicitly known. You know what is it? Parental advisory, explicit content. And everybody knows, well, I'm going to watch out listening to this because it's explicit. Same thing with your nationality. The same way they're looking at that, like, whoa, watch out. He's declaring. He's proclaiming. Right? Be absolutely, positively clear so they know exactly and positively what you're doing. You don't want to leave any room for assumptions. Zero. You don't leave any room for assumptions. Right? Did quote-unquote Malcolm X El-Hajj know about nationality? Is there any evidence to this? The biggest evidence of this, of him knowing about nationality, is that he was best friends with Muhammad Ali. And Ali is Moorish. He was also a member of the Nation of Islam. And the Nation of Islam knows that we're Moors because all of them were part of Moor Science Temple before they founded Nation of Islam. All of them were wearing fezzes at one time. All of them had nationality cards at one time. And when they decided to sell out after Noble Drew Ali transitioned, They went to doing the black stuff and all that stuff and whatever. When Malcolm X took the Hajj and came back as a quote unquote real Muslim because he realized that the Islam that Nation Islam was teaching was some BS, and then he came back, he went to Hajj, right? And then you could read this in his autobiography that it was a European that told him that he wasn't coming home when he left America. He was leaving home when he left America. And then everything started clicking, which is why he came back and started talking about Malik El. But because our people were dumb, he kept calling himself Malcolm X because of his dumb kin folk who were too dumb to know what he was doing. Another piece of evidence is him going to the UN and him making it known that civil rights is some BS. We're about human rights. Why are we about human rights? Oh, because there's a UN, and UN has Declaration of Rights for humans. They don't civil rights for humans, only human rights. And in the declarations of the UN, everybody has a right to a nationality, which is why, again, he had the Malik El so that he can go to the UN and make a claim for all his Asiatics over here so that they can get some rights and start being free again. So there's evidence, but you have to research. You have to read his stuff. Go read all his stuff from after he came back from the Hajj, and you'll realize that he knew exactly about nationality. Just go read his stuff. You don't even need to hear anybody else tell you. Go listen to his lectures when he had the beard, and you'll be very clear that he knew about nationality. It would be obvious that he knew. And then go listen to during them trying to get Muhammad Ali to go to war, and then go listen to some of his stuff, and you could hear that he was talking about nationality. Right? So know that, yeah, we know affectionately Malcolm X. We know affectionately Malcolm X. But he was Malik El. Everybody knows that he's Malik El. Why is he L for? There's L's right in this chat right here. And they're Moors. So if all these Moors in the chat are L and they're Moors, then how is he not a Moor when he's L? How is he a black guy? Stop the dumb stuff. Just stop the dumb stuff. But our people, they don't want to stop the dumb stuff. That's why it's always honors to the Moors, because the Moors are the ones who've been studying. The Moors are the ones who've been reading, researching, and figuring this stuff out. While all the Negro, black, whoever's want to keep playing black games with our people, knowing that makes them non-descendable. Well, which fake scholars? Anybody who continues to call these people of Moorish Asiatic descent black is a sellout and a traitor. It's that simple. Some people who are looking for benefits, what is the benefit of knowing your nationality? That's the benefit. The benefit is now you have a nationality. You're not stateless. The benefit's not, oh, I have a nationality, so I'm going to go discharge a house, and I'm going to discharge bills, and I'm going to go claim a property. And those aren't the benefits. The benefit is actually the nationality. The benefit is getting out of the status of Negro, black, colored, and getting into the status of your nationality. But how is that a benefit? Because I'm broke. Then go back to the state where Noble Drew Ali found you. If you really think that you're going to get some handout because you say that you're a Moor. That's not how this stuff works. The only people who get handouts, from Moorish nationality are the people who charge you for some process or some package or some other BS that they're selling. That is not going to do anything for you. And then these same people who are charging you whatever are telling you that money's not real and only gold and silver, and then they're not asking you for gold and silver, they're asking you for fiat notes. Something should be going off in your head. Spidey senses should be going off. As soon as they start talking about fiat notes, and then they're Moors. So the benefit of knowing your nationality is that you're no longer Negro, black, colored, or some stateless ward. And then once you're not a stateless ward, then, mountains of gold is going to be revealed to the Moors. And then make sure you look up the metaphysical meaning of gold so you don't get caught up, thinking that you're going to get some mountains of gold for real, like Zimbabwe or Nigeria or whatever. You see these people finding boulders of gold and all that stuff, and you think that you got something. That mountains of gold isn't some mountains. That's metaphysical. Right? Because why? Because this is divine first. Just like love is a first principle, and you ain't getting through the other principles until you deal with love first, specifically with yourself. Until you love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Now, until you love yourself and then love others, you're not going to get to truth, peace, freedom, justice, and all the rest of the principles. If Farrakhan knows about nationality, why doesn't he teach this in the NOI? When we look at the different schools of thought, because it's not just Nation of Islam only, right? All the schools of thought. All the schools of thought. I don't care which one you're going to bring up. All the schools of thought should be teaching Moorish nationality to their quote-unquote followers. So the Hebrews should be teaching it. The Nuwapians should be teaching it. The Nation of Islam should be teaching it. The Christian whoever should be teaching it. The Islamic whatever should be teaching it. The Kemetic whoever should be teaching it. The Black Power whatever should be teaching it. Black Panther whatever should be teaching it. The Yoga whoever should be teaching it. Metaphysical whoever's. The astrology whoever's. All of the schools of thought should be teaching nationality to our people, specifically Moorish nationality. But, when you realize that they're not teaching nationality, know that it's because they're a sellout. Because why wouldn't they want their people to know about nationality, especially if the leaders of all these whatevers know? Right? Dr. Sebi, for all the health whoever's, Dr. Sebi, alkaline, foodless whoever's, right? All of his children, they're L's and B's and all that right now. Go check. All of them. All his family are L's and B's, and they know that they're Moors. Do you think they didn't learn that from their dad, Dr. Sebi? You think they didn't learn that from him? All the NOI people, they know who the Moors are. All of them know. And the only reason that they won't teach this information to our people is because they're a sellout. It's just that simple. We don't need to go into make a documentary about them to figure this stuff out. Nationality is always going to be the order of the day amongst the Asiatics in America who continue to identify, call themselves the names that delude to slavery. That's just what it is. They can take it however they want to take it. But we know. We know. Right? We know. Everybody should be teaching this. And again, if they're not teaching it, look at these people funny. Because if they're not teaching you about your nationality, then they want you to stay a ward. And if they want you to stay a ward, then that means they want the European, the modern European, to stay in power and rule over us, because they could only rule over wards. They can't rule over free, natural nationals of the land. They could only rule over their property. So if these people aren't teaching you about your nationality and your birthrights as Moors, then they want you to stay in the dead status. And the only reason that they want you to stay in the dead status is because these modern Europeans probably paying them off to keep you dumb. Like, guaranteed, they're getting something. Whether they're getting it from IRS, whether they're getting it from filing some QSIP, whatever, they're getting something. Right? That's just what it is. And it's not hate toward them. It's disgust, because we know all these people know better. We know they know better. And they really don't want their people to be free, which is why it's disgusting. Because why wouldn't they want their people to be free? Why would they know, we're Moors, they're black, and they just keep talking black? Clearly, they don't want the people to be free. And then the people realizing that they don't want them to free, and then they keep funding them and supporting them. How you think Malik El got killed? Because he kept talking about honors to Elijah Muhammad and all that stuff, giving these people jurisdiction that wanted to kill him. That's how you think they were able to run in the thing. They weren't checking people at the door. If these people got in with shotguns and all that stuff, clearly they weren't checking people at the door. They already bombed his house. How are you not checking people at the door? Oh, well, our brothers and all that stuff. That's all that NOI BS. Right? And then they got to get your hand on my pocket on them. And then, these people love El Haj and all that stuff, and these people still were able to get away and all that. They don't even know who killed them. Police, FBI, Nation of Islam, they don't even know who. They got some people that say they did it, and then they let them go at 80. Oh yeah, no, they didn't do it. It was wrong. You did it wrong. That wasn't the one. Knowing, declaring, operating. Don't we correct every thick skull, pale idiot? The pale people know what's up. The pale people aren't the problem. The problem are the dark-skinned, thick-skulled idiots. That's what the problem is. The problem is them. The problem is our people. Europeans already have all this info and more. The fact that there's still Negro, black, colored people around here is the issue. No one else plays color games until we play. Everybody knows their nationality, even modern European. Think he doesn't know he's a heterogeneous hybrid? He knows. You don't got to tell him that he came from the caves and all that stuff. They already know. The problem is our people that don't know. The problem is that our people don't know. Any European babies that you saw on the table twerking, shaking their ass or whatever. Those European babies doing that. How's our babies doing that? Right? It's our entertainers playing go gyrate and all that stuff. Tattoos all on their face and all that stuff like an idiot. Putting stacks of finance to their ears and all that foolishness. Cleavage all the damn time. All the damn time? All the time? Pictures legs open all the time? I see no modern Europeans doing that BS. They're not the problem. And the other reason they're not the problem is because their MO is the same. Their MO is the same. Modern European does the same stuff that they always do when it comes to our people. They don't even change the game. Our people are just idiots. That's the problem, unfortunately. Honors to all the Moors for their questions. Honors to all the Moors for their questions. Honors to the Prophet, Noble Jew Ali. Supreme honors to all the Moors in the chat and all the mothers. Don't forget rvbaypublications.com, khalifamedia.com, the Moorish publishers. Go get your literature. And as well, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m., Mother Roz Bay has her classes going on. Go to the RV Bay Publications website homepage, get all the info for the classes that happen every Wednesday at 7:30. Honors to the Prophet, Noble Jew Ali. We know the work that he came to do. We saw the work. We became the work. And we already know what's up. Honors to all you Moors. This was Q&A Wednesdays, episode 8. Spread the word to anybody who doesn't know, anybody who's looking to be aware of their nationality and their birthrights. They could email their questions. Canaanlandguide@gmail.com. And as well, don't forget Sons of Allah, tomorrow night, 7:30. We're kind of 2 weeks off, but we're still on because we always get the good Thursdays. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the Prophet Noble Jew Ali. Islam.